We got Wally and some of his heifers all crowded in there in the corner. Now, hey, I can't even keep them on you. There you go. Sorry. Walking and zoomed in doesn't always work out so well. So, they heard me come in here and feed, and they got to have a fit. All I could do is cross the creek and come up to the barn. Ty said Wally and 5 heifers were in last night. Guess what? That's probably how many heifers he has with him. Because I got the same number of heifers up here eating this morning. It looks like the same ones. So if they ain't smart enough to come up when grain is fed, which is in the morning for them, tough. And just a few calves hanging over there. I don't think there's another cow down there, but I can't see behind the tree. But the one cow I know was down there just past us, and she's headed right on through the barn to go get breakfast. I haven't got there yet. And Dino's group, I see one down there cutting across. They're getting smarter. And there's your sunrise. So I spin you around, step on the dog, avoid the other dog, so I can finish feeding. Nice 44 degree morning. They made it 78 or 79, something like that yesterday. Let's see what we're going to do today, because they change our temperature just about as often as, about as often as somebody blinks their eyes anymore. Oh, maybe not all the Dino's group's going to come up. I have faith by the time I get over there, they'll be up. By the time I get to feeding their feeder anyway. And Big Girl and her calf will most likely go out today. She goes with Dino. Like to keep them in 3 or 4 days. I mean, I hate doing it when the cow really needs to be out with the bull, because they can breed back in that time frame too. But the calf is doing good. We actually took her temp yesterday because she must have thought she was a little warm. She was panting a little bit, but 102.1, I mean, that's normal. So, and we're gonna probably check her temp again today. Then Mama's going to get out there on some green grass, and then she's going to be squirting 100-mile ball. Both of them will be squirting 100 yards. Because that green grass is going to go straight into the milk, and she's going to get it from the milk. And we can say good morning to little Miss Hope. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Yeah? You want to use my phone? No? Okay. Yeah, there's 3.5 minutes. Bovine and sunshine. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning. Manny said, oh, now Ruby's going. Good morning, Ruby. You going to say good morning? She actually just did right before I got the camera on. No, at least Manny's saying good morning and saying get out of my way. Dancer just standing with a dumb look on her face. And yeah, Dino down there growling. So, finally got enough in here, I better get them fed. Put a tin on it. Put this piece on. Tapped all the old ones. And that one happens to be a metric one, tapped out to 5/16. So, that way the only metric bolts we got to worry about are, that's into a welded nut, and so are those two. And on the other side, we're by her feet where the access panel is. Everything's done there. Got some new bolts. They're shorter, but I found a couple of them that were just as short. So if they don't work, well, then we dig around and find some longer ones that still got good threads. forgot to mention I got another half gallon of coolant in it. And she is trying to clean up around things so we can add some silicone, because any little hole draws dirt straight in. I mean, that's some expansion foam that is there too, but I think that hole still goes in, so we'll probably put a little silicone there. I don't gotta worry about this. It's actually supposed to draw air. I mean, at least maybe that's why the turbos actually do hold up on here, because it's drawing air right off the turbo and getting it out of the way. That's probably why, even when it's not all that warmed up and you walk across in front of it, you get a blast of hot air. There's what it looks like inside. I know there's a hole over there, but that'll get a bolt in it. But it's around the hose and around the air cleaner that got to be sealed up. And, you know, like I said, these little spots up here shouldn't be a problem because it's actually sealed across. The radiator's right here. It just isn't sealed to that little hole. Got us a little interruption. Things got moved around, tractor got moved out. I think we're ready to get the hood put on. And still haven't sealed around stuff in there yet, but it's time for lunch now. I then got a text from a friend saying, hey, can you guys fix a tailgate on basically a little stock trailer. Very lightweight for alpacas. Their back door broke in two. What it was the right half, the hinge side was solid, and then the other piece slides, and just all made out of 1-inch angle iron or square tube. You know, heaviest thing on the whole trailer, I think, is 1-inch square tube. And the half that the slider's supposed to cover, that broke off. So that was a little fun job. Got it whipped out though. They kind of needed the trailer because apparently there's an alpaca show tomorrow, so made them happy, got them out of the way. Most likely going to be a repeat customer. Actually, it's a guy that Dad used to have to set hay up in. They had like 6 or 8 different little buildings, and all the hay went upstairs in them. And the only good thing was they made a big enough door that the bale loader would set them in. But they couldn't get the semi anywhere near it, so Dad was, running all over 60 acres to put them in these different buildings. So, kind of nice to meet the guy. I vaguely remember seeing him once when I had to go work on the bale loader when Dad was over there, but that's been a long time ago. Well, anyway, finished getting the clothes on her after lunch. Hopefully at least get the mower serviced up here. And still got to grease the front of this and grease circle on the bottom of the axle. That's always a pain in the butt. It's always plugged. Only way you can keep that thing unplugged is if you hook the grease gun to it and actually give it a squirt about every 5 minutes. Otherwise they screw up. So anyway, we'll get her together. I have no idea when we're going to get those 70-degree temps like they keep talking, but this mid to upper 80s is bullshit. It's warm in here. But look, her clothes are on. Even stuck her butthole back on. Yay. Hard to get things lined up when they get older because everything shifts and nothing wants to line up right. This side panel's actually hugging low. Not a lot I can do about it. Got to lift it to close it. I think it's been that way for a while. The other one, it used to just shut if you flung it. Now you got to play with it. Replaced most of the bolts that hold all the tin on. Everything got anti-seized. And the new clamp holding the stack, I tried something a little different. I usually use the aluminum anti-seize on that stuff. We got some copper anti-seize, so I cleaned the outlet of the muffler up good, cleaned the inside of the stack up, smeared the outlet full of copper anti-seize, and then used copper anti-seize on the clamp, so maybe it'll come apart when it needs to next time. And chunk of stuff there, that's from where the AC hoses come through into the front. Just got to fill it with silicone, I guess. I haven't done that yet up there. It's easier to do when everything's on. You pretty much got to do it from on top anyway. And when everything's on, you actually have a handle to get up there with. So, that done. I should do it tonight, so it's set tomorrow. But realistically, a couple hours it skins over, it won't go anywhere. I'm gonna do, I gotta find something. Those top screens, you get into dandelions or anything like that, those are, I don't know if they're quite 1/8-inch holes or they're close to it, but everything goes through those holes. Well, same size holes as these, so there's my thumb in relation to the holes. Keep in mind, I got big hands. Need a piece of window screen. Take the center piece out. It's just got studs and nuts on the other side. And take the weather stripping piece that only goes down so far. Take those off, clean up everything, and you wrap it around so the weather strip holds it on. Put the centerpiece back in first though. And it works really well. You know, if you get stuff on there, shut it off, give it a couple taps, the wind blows everything off, and you're going again. Instead of, you know, it doesn't fill full of crap, and you wonder why the air conditioning quits working after a while, and then you wonder why the engine starts getting hot after a while. But clean up some more stuff in here so I can lay that thing up here and do that. I was going to show it, I don't think I did. I got the mower out. It's sitting down here below the shop. Closed off. Really should hook the pressure washer to it. All the dust around here, even in the winter. There's a lot of dust. Any dry days, you know, dusty. But it's sitting there, waiting to get hooked up. Then I got to remember, you know, we got issues with hydraulics and all kinds of stuff. And on this thing, it's the far top one. The top ain't working, but the bottom is. So we use that for the lift, but you got to go in reverse. You got to think you're going to raise it to lower it. And then the bottom one's for the swing because it all still works. I really don't know why. No, not like we use all three on here anymore. And that one over there only has two, and they aren't working with the dam right now. We still got to get that up here and get it taken apart. Hopefully it's just the screen inside the transmission. And hopefully it'll come out the way that logical thinking would think it would. Pull the filter housing off, pull the tube out, and pull the screen out. But everything I've said, or everything I've read, people are talking about pulling the PTO cover off or pulling the shift cover off the side. Then you can reach in there with a long bar or stick or something and scrape the stuff off it. Well, what good's that do? You're not getting it clean. You're just dropping the crap right there. A couple of guys, oh yeah, you can get in there with a foot of pipe on the end of a vacuum cleaner. Well, yeah, but you're not going to get all of it. You're still going to plug the thing half up as soon as you fire it up. And even though we got a pretty good book on that, nothing shows how that comes out. The best thing is the parts blow up, and the parts blow up has it, you know, kind of shown how I think it should be. But that doesn't mean anything. You know, engineers do weird shit. So anyway, hope your Thursday was good. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, I just ran out of day today. Hour and a half working on a guy's trailer. Kind of, you know, took the middle of the day, and two dogs had to go to the vet, so Tyler and Becky both went. So there was another hour and a half. So anyway, 'tis what it is. If we're lucky tomorrow, we may see some windrows out there.